Hi, my name is Linville. I'm with the Scott County FFA chapter, and my SAE is agribusiness. And so my SAE project is knife making. And what I do is I make and sell knives out of horseshoes or bar stock removable material, and I sell them to at fairs or have custom orders. And so a little bit of background: I started my SAE in ninth grade when my ag teacher, Miss Roberts, said I had to have an SAE that would occupy me for my whole year. I was in ninth grade. I didn't know what an SAE was. I just knew it was a long project. I was like, well, I might be in this for a couple more years, so I'll do something that'll take me a while to get good at. And so I chose knife making, and I chose it after long deliberation, after watching a show of Forged in Fires. I thought it'd be easy and it wouldn't be that hard to do. I was mistaken. It's very hard, labor intensive, takes a lot of time, and it's very expensive to do. But it's very rewarding whenever I put my time into doing a project and I can actually see how I can see the labor of my toil. And so some of the things I will be using in from some of the things I will be buying from the grant is a belt sander, which is a 2x72 or 2x48 belt sander, which the belt is wide enough to get good grind lines on, but is also long enough that use your when you use it, the belt won't wear out after 5 minutes of use due to the adhesive heating up so much and all the sandpaper falling apart. And the reason this is a good belt sander to pick for knife making is because it opens up so much more opportunities than just like a 1x30 it does, because it has a flat platen and it has a removable tool arm, which is able to you're able to remove it and then replace it with another tool to be able to put on it to increase and make your knife making better. And one of the ways it can make it better is because I can make different type of grinds, such as hollow grind, convex grind, concave grind, a flat grind, and many more. And so not only will it open up opportunities, but it will increase my rate of production of my knives. So it won't have to take as long to grind out the knives and grind the shape and grind the bezels, and it won't take nearly as long as it normally does, which normally takes me 4 to 5 hours or sometimes. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot of work, and if you mess up, you have to restart. But a bigger belt sander is a little bit more forgiving. And so my another thing I'd use is a power hammer instead of a hand hammer like this, because this is very tiring and it takes a long time to get a little result. For example, this knife here. It was approximately this long when I started. I'd drawn it out to this long, and then that took me 3 hours to do with a hand hammer, which with a power hammer would cut the time in half or even a quarter of the time, due to the fact that I'm able to go stick it under the power hammer, hit it a couple times, and put it back in the fire very quickly, so it doesn't cool off that much, but it also moves a ton of material at the same time. And so that would improve because I can make Damascus and make and sell knives out of Damascus, which are really cool, and they also bring in a lot more profit than just regular knives. And the final thing I would improve, which would be my forge right here, is because I currently have a Venturi forge, which means a big flame comes out here and air goes through here. What I would do, I would make a ribbon burner forge, and which would make this a lot hotter, because it is force air into the propane to get a better fuel mixture, and which produces a smaller flame with ribbon burners, but it's a whole bunch of flames, small whole bunch of flames produced for a ribbon burner, and it's inside here, which gets that a lot hotter than just a Venturi burner does, because the oxygen to fuel mixture is a lot greater, and you don't waste as much fuel, and you don't have as big as a fire coming out of here because of it's a safety hazard. And that, for those reasons, that is why I would like to make a deal with you, and I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity in making my dreams for my project come true.